Good evening, race fans. How are we all doing? Absolutely love the tunes that Boris puts out on those trailers. Good evening, one and all. Welcome in. It's round number 10 of the Case King Pro Series. It's the circuit Ricardo Tormo. Apologies to anyone for that enunciation. It's myself, John Wright, aka Double O Raven, taking us through the action this evening. It's a 90-minuter for the drivers for round 10. A fast and flowing track, says every MotoGP driver. Not quite sure. The GT3 drivers would agree. 2.4 miles long, and as I say, it's going to be 90 minutes. For the drivers this evening is round number 10. I'll tell you what, sorry, my apologies, let's go with this first. There we go, it is round number 10. It is Valencia. We've had Spa, the Nürburgring, Kyalami, Watkins Glen, Suzuka, Imola, Misano, Silverstone and Zandvoort already. We've got Paul Ricard and Bathurst still to come. The drivers looking for these top prizes: €1,000 for third, 1,500 for second, and 2,500 euros for first place, thanks to Moz and Nitro Concepts and Sim Magic. At the moment, it is Amadeo Castorino who is still leading the way. Then it is a British trio: Sam Gaskell in second, Shea O'Sullivan, yep, in third place, Aidan Walsingham in fourth, and it's Philip Minar in fifth place, Campagnella in second position, Migrantes Caracas in seventh, and Eric Delfant in eighth, Sasha Waster and Michael Frey rounding out the top 10, the top 9, all over 8,000 points. A couple of drop rounds to take into consideration, as well as, of course, Paul Ricard and Bathurst, as well as this evening's jaunt, as I'm sure it would be. It'll be nice and easy for the drivers. Optimum driving conditions, minus any light. It will be a late night event for them to navigate. They're just pulling out on track. Let me see if we can't. There we go. So the driver's now setting their outlap. A couple of things. 28 we've got for this evening. And we do seem to, bear with me a moment, let's just have another quick look at the standings. Yeah, sorry, we've missing the track map. Just quickly throwing it on in the background. So map full, perfect. There we go. Nobody even noticed. Yeah, 28 drivers out on track. In fact, we'll open the chat in a moment. Don't have that open either. We've got Luke Whitehead out repping the Ferraris, Boothby and Walsingham out there as well. Walsingham, Whitehead outside the top 10 but dropped rounds and another 3 races to go, including this one. So plenty of points still on the board. Van Rossen is out. Philip Minar and Sam Gaskell very much in the running for top honours come the end of the season, and there he is. Championship leading Amadeo Castorino, and he is in the Nissan. How do you not love the LFM bot? Bentleys, Nissans, all competitive. Running amok up at the top of the field. Let me quickly open up the chat. This would be, there we go. We'll pop this one out. Yeah, I think we've got share chat. So there'll be some there'll be all kinds of English and German, but I'm sure we're on a Spanish channel as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, welcome in to everyone that is here on the English channel here on LFM. I believe we're on the YouTube as well. Plenty of links in the chat. Make sure you go over to the LFM site and get yourself involved in the racing. Hundreds of thousands of drivers and multiple platforms and game and sims covered for racing. Is the top tier of the Case King Pros. We've now got 29 in the server. We're still on board with Amadeo Castorino, getting a good look at what the drivers are going to be contending with. I'm going to stay on board just so we can see the spot where many cars will come to their end. It is absolutely inevitable. We're fast approaching that seriously killer curve just around here, a couple of corners away, turn 12. To take this apex, all the tyres screeching. Oh no, my apologies, I've got myself in the completely wrong place. There we go. This one here, that curve there, it's turn 12, and that is absolutely going to separate quite a few drivers from a fair bit of rubber and a fair bit of time in their laps during the race. Over 90 minutes is going to be interesting. 20 degrees on the track temperature at the minute, and the race is scheduled for a late evening start as well, so won't be too much tyre wear for the drivers to worry about. I was about to say that George Boothby has a provisional pole. It's already been trumped by Gaskell by a gargantuan 400ths of a second. It's going to be one of those. Philip Minar in third place, 255, having a very good outing here at Valencia. Sasha Wassner for LFM in the Bentley. He's currently got fourth, with Riley being overtaken by Eric Delfant. The Italian job, he's blown, I've used this one too many times, I've maybe used it a bit early. He's blown more than the doors off the front 2 rows. I can only apologise so often. But yeah, so Delfant goes third place, separates the 255 team. Whitehead with an opening gambit of 7th place. Shale Sullivan in the top 3 in the championship. Currently running through turn 7, 8 and 9 in 9th position with Michael Frey. In 10th place. A couple of drivers with no time set at the moment. Still got plenty of time left for them to do so. There is Castorino there, just casting my eye down the grid. I see what you did there. He's got his Nissan at the moment in 20th place. So a bit of work to do for the championship leader at the minute. Sir Fosh 18th place at the moment. Tony Mahoney, one one of the Mustang drivers. BMW, sorry. That purple and black livery is going to disappear slightly. We could maybe adjust the... oh, pulls over. Not interested in that time. Rennie Felder, he'll be interested in carrying this one. It is a couple of tenths, or it was a couple of tenths into the braking zone in the final corner. It stays 17th. Delphant in the pits with Minar on pole position. He's in the pits, and that's popped up on your screen before it's popped up on mine. But yeah, 129.485. It's hard to keep a straight face when you're talking about these times sometimes. They are some very, very, very quick drivers. Boothby's out on track. Renault Coots in the Audi going quicker at the moment, so too is Shield Sullivan. He's now in 11th place, in fact. As Aidan Walsingham and Wilf Paduano make their way into the top 10. Jonathan Riley joining them in 7th. Van Roosen now down in 15th place. Amadeo Castorino says hello to the front 2 rows. He gets his Nissan up to 4th place. And still 7 minutes left on the clock. Whitehead's up to 7th. Coots is in the yellow flag sin bin. Oh, Shale Sullivan. There we go. That's him up to 4th place. Some quick times coming in and ridiculously close as always. 0.485, 0.512, 0.520, 0.522. So there's 2,000 separating Boothby and O'Sullivan, and 5,000 separating O'Sullivan and Castorino. So 7,000 separating Boothby and Castorino. Eric Delphant about 400s behind. And yeah, Whitehead. So yeah, top 7 drivers are separated by 1/100th of a second. It's pretty close for 2.4 miles, comrade. Sasha Wasner in 8th, Jonathan Riley still is very close down the field as well. Crooks gone, yellow flag. Everyone has now got a time in. Silverio down at the back of the grid, 1 minute 30.8. So 1.4 off of Minar at the minute. Felder was going quick. Chris Hartfeld into the top 20, but he has just gone yellow flag. Still got 5 minutes to go. Keeping pressure in the tyres will be the name of the game, but again, 20 degrees. The drivers will be lapping up these conditions. Shield Sullivan with the yellow flag, so too Riley, so too Frey. We're on board with current pole sitter Minar. I think he is on a warm-up lap. Got it by not much at all. 255 with a good hold on the top 3 so far. It was temporarily interrupted, but order has been returned with Minar jumping up to the top. Michael Frey with another yellow flag, so he is warming up on this lap. Walsingham, top 4 in the championship, finds himself 11th place at the minute. Confusedly looking up at the clock. Interesting times ahead for Luke Whitehead. And that interesting time would be a 1 minute 29.357. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Into the pits and straight back out again. That's almost a tenth and a half. There was less than that separating the top 7. So yeah, a tenth and a half, and that is that's frighteningly close. Frighteningly close. It's hard to compute. Philip Mina now in second place. Walsingham still in 11th. We've got Renault Coots. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they've jumped into. Oh yeah, sorry, it says there. Yep, so they have jumped into the general channel. So the Chris that they will be speaking to. David Rodriguez for Visceral. He's about halfway into the lap. He's got some good time under his belt. If he can get through the corner of death, we'll try and keep the cameras nice and close tonight, with it being the evening time. Although that does livery does pop late at night, it has to be said. And yeah, anyone having any issues with the sound, let me know. I know there's a couple of issues, but hopefully I've managed to sort them out with bit rates and things. As I mentioned, pretty much 2.5 miles long, very much a MotoGP track here in Spain, built back in 1999, one of the newest circuits there is. And Rodriguez goes up to 10th place. 1 minute 29.6 joins 3 drivers now on 129.6. We've got 3 on 129.5, and we've got 3 on 129.4, and we've got 2 on 129.3 as Sam Gaskell has gone quicker. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. It's only 1 minute 30 a lap, and it's going absolutely down to the wire. Ridiculously close times and ridiculously quick times, as you would expect. The 20-degree track temperature has held. No cloud cover at all. 11:24 PM local time. Ooh, Delphant. That'll be his qualifying done. So that's Delphant looking at a best start of 3rd place. Paduano was going quicker. Coots is going quicker as well. He's got a couple of corners to go. We've got Samir Foch up to 22nd place. But he is back into the pits. Artem Hagerman is in the pits as well in 27th. Silverio and Kroik both improving behind him. Zubanovic is improving here and there, and Amadeo Castorino is looking to perform last minute heroics. Is he about to separate Gaskell and Whitehead? No, he's going to separate Gaskell from pole position, and he's got time for another lap as well, as Delphant is in the pits, and Gaskell is out. Gaskell is out of qualifying. He is done and in the pits. Whitehead now. He's going to finish this lap. This is going to be his last lap. Castorino's going quicker again. Castorino is going quicker again. It's still 20 degrees, so I'm not sure what it is that's suddenly changed. A bit less weight in the car with the fuel. He is absolutely flying. Lots of drivers now picking up those checkered flags. Castorino picking up purple sectors. Jonathan Riley is improving as well. Several cars in the pits. Tony Mahoney's in 20th position at the minute. Foch is in the pits, I believe. Florian Waterman comes in as well. Silverio went up to 26th. Silverio got himself up to 26th position. Kroik's in the pits. Wilhelms is still out. Let's keep an eye though on the Nissan of... Oh, he's pulled over. He was purple and he's pulled over. Luke Whitehead is in the pits as well. Philip Minard into the pits. Shields Sullivan is still out on track. He's top 4 in the championship. Let's see what he can do for Visceral here. He is 7th position with a more than respectable 1 minute 29.522. 3 drivers currently on a 1 minute 29.5. 2 on a 129.4 and 3. Oh wow, Castorino did go quicker. He did a 129.275. Just to put that firmly to bed, and O'Sullivan comes into the pits. Riley has pulled over to the side of the track. Everyone seems to be coming in. So it is Amadeo Castorino that finds himself with the top spot, a 129.2, which is, yeah, not too bad a showing at all. Let's just tidy this up. Okay, don't quite have the results. I'll tell you what, we'll see. No, not quite there. We do know though, that was Castorino that took the top spot. Gaskell in second place with Whitehead in third position. Delphant in fourth, Minar, then Boothby, O'Sullivan in seventh place, Riley and Rodriguez inside the top 10, just ahead of Coots, Wasner and Paduano, and again, all hail the LFM BOP. Look at the different manufacturers there in the top 10. Absolutely something to behold. It is, of course, round number 10 of the Case King.de Pro Series. Don't know why that went that size. We're here for Valencia. It's a 90-minute race for the drivers to battle it out with that one mandatory pit stop as well. Where can I see the standings? On the LFM website. If you have a look at the Case King Pro Series. In fact, let me see if I can share the link, and we can pop the standings up on screen as well. So there is a quick look at the current standings. So yeah, let's get a look at the starting grid. It is Amadeo Castorino who will be leading the way. Sam Gaskell in second place, incredibly close. It's going to be an absolute worldie of a race. Luke Whitehead in the Ferrari in third place. He's on row number 2 with Eric Delphant. Just ahead of 255's Philip Minar, bringing in the Ford Mustang. George Boothby in 6th position. Another 255 driver, just ahead of Championships 3rd place, Shea O'Sullivan. This is going to be a very fun lap. The Nissan's doing incredibly well in this championship. Jonathan Riley in 8th place. Another Ferrari I'm more than happy to see in the top 10, ahead of David Rodriguez. Driving once again for Visceral, of course. Renault Coots in the Audi, making an appearance in the top 10. Good to see. Sasha Wasner driving for LFM. He is in the Bentley in 11th place. We've got Paduano in 12th position in the McLaren. No more Meta McLarens, that is for sure. Chris Hadfield did get himself up into the top 15, 13th place. He will start for the Scuderia Ferrari HP Esports team. Aidan Walsingham in the top 4 in the championship in the Aston. The Veloce driver starting tonight in 14th position. And then it is Omar Escorcia in the Mustang starting in 15th place, ahead of Anders Amundsen. This is row number 8 complete. On to row number 9. It's Michael Frey in the Porsche, the Dynamic Motorsports by Kalinic driver, sharing row 9 with Unicorn Racing's Lorenz van Rossum. We've got Matteo Polcolo, Ferraris GT P1 CE in 19th position. Tony Mahoney, let's pop the brakes down a little bit. Starting in the BMW in 20th position. It is then Rennie Felder, another McLaren driver, Fisher Esports. We'll definitely need to be keeping an eye out for that livery tonight, with their teammate Zubonovic starting in 22nd place. It's David Lindblom that's starting in 23rd, another Nissan. Again, doing incredible things this season. Samir Foss is going to start in his Ford in 24th position. It's Waterman starting for Downforce Racing in 25th place, with Silverio late charge in qualifying. Sees him starting in 26th position. I believe it is... oh, sorry, Williams. There we go. Sorry, we've got them the wrong way around. It is Williams. I've swapped over. It was Williams, and this is Hagerman down at the back of the field, and there is Kroik down in 29th position. So there we go, coming through turn 12. I have predicted there's going to be a few deaths through here. The conditions are exactly the same as they've been in that qualifying session, so not too much for the drivers to adjust for the start of the race apart from that fuel load. And I have got my wires crossed someplace. It's a 1 hour race this evening. I did think it was a 90-minute race, but no, it's a 1 hour race with the usual pit stop rules. We'll see who comes out on top, and championship leader will lead the way into turn, or will he lead the way into turn? Everything could change with some of these starts. There we go, green lights, foot down, flat out, flying into turn number 1 they go, and it will be championship leading Castorino into turn number 1, lead the way with Gaskell in second, Whitehead. Oh, is he just about holding on to third? Is Eric Delphant certainly looking for a move? We've got a yellow flag there, Whitehead just over the edge of the track limits, and they're 3 wide into turn number 2 on the way out, and they are absolutely perfectly 3 wide. It is Visceral on the inside, it's 255 on the outside, the inside car dropping some pace, and another position to another Visceral car, as it is Boothby, who's finding himself in an incredible battle for position early doors, with Jonathan Riley currently running in 8th place. Boothby down a position to Shea O'Sullivan. It's a very good start from O'Sullivan. Sorry, we seem to have lost a lot of game sound. But Boothby and O'Sullivan swapping position, so big news in the championship there. Minar as well up a spot. He did manage to get the move done on Delphant. We've got Michael Frey down in position, Subonovic up 6 at the start, and Hagerman as well with an absolute flyer up 6 positions himself, but it is Amadeo Castorino leading the way. Oh, 3:12 and 13 to go. On lap number 1, absolutely throwing the cars through. There is Gaskell looking to get an overtake done early doors, and Philip Minar looks like he fancies another position early doors as well. He has got Luke Whitehead directly ahead of him, just out of the last corner at the end of lap number 1. They're all going to be nose to tail through Aspar and heading up towards 2 bit of movement from the cars up ahead. Look how close the top 2 are. Gaskell right under that rear spoiler. No quarter given nor asked at this point of the track. It is a straight shootout between the Mustang and the GTR, with Whitehead in full defensive mode from Minar. Minar taking the opening lap, fastest lap honours in the opening lap of the race. It's all been very neat and tidy. A couple of Aidan Walsingham with a good start as well, actually. He is up 4 positions. So very good start by Walsingham to get himself into the top 10. That's going to do him the world of good in the championship. Again, he is top 4 in the running at the minute. They're all still running incredibly close at the top, and this is what we'll love to see. We'll jump on board with Philip Minar. Got a very good rear view mirror in these cars. On board the Ford, the 255 drivers have found a good grip on top 5 positions. And they're looking to improve on that even more. Boothby finds himself in 7th though, trying to get back past Shea O'Sullivan. Delphant in the Honda, yeah, half a second, so they are all very close. Hartfeld as well, going to get past Coots. We've got Amundsen very close to Zinobovic. We've got Mahoney Van Rossen, Lindblom, Escorcia all running very close to one another. Ooh, the top two, and I tell you what, Whitehead has gone full offensive actually. He's dropped the attentions of Delphant behind him, and he is now looking for an overtake. Well, no, actually, my apologies, he's not dropped the attentions of Delphant, because Delphant is absolutely in this battle as you would expect. There's a 5-way battle then for the lead of the race, and those headlights getting closer are Shea O'Sullivan. It's not always about getting it done in qualifying. It's certainly a nice feather in the cap, but in no way, shape or form decides the race. It certainly isn't Monaco. It's a difficult track to overtake, but it certainly ain't Monaco. Philip Minard with a 1:30.150. So already getting close to those quali time. Still be looking to get the tyres into the window. Again, that 20-minute pit stop window in the middle of the race. And I do think it is going to be incredibly close all the way to then. We do have one car running much further down the field. Is Krog. I think he's had a bit of an incident. Not been too many other accidents to speak of. I don't think there's a few on the tower, but there's certainly not. Van Rossen, oh in fact the Scorsia has lost 9 places, sorry. So yeah, Scorsia has lost 9 spots. Other than that, Van Rossum and Munson all less than 3 positions lost, so it has been very close from the start. A couple of positions jostling here and there. Castellino not for sharing the lead though, with Gaskell still in second. Minari's 255 teammate is closing in. Whitehead looking to retake that position from Minar, and so too will be Delphant, who is, there he is, in the Honda. Behind Whitehead, so these two both been overtaken by Minar. Shea Sullivan again got himself ahead of Boothby pretty early doors. Riley and Rodriguez still where they started. Walsingham up 4 into 10th, and Wasner where he started Rel FM in 11th position. Coots dropping outside of the top 10 in the opening exchanges. Quick update on Zunabovic, 6 spots he's made up for Fisher Racing. Michael Fisher, a good gainer in the race as well, in the Porsche, doing good things through the twisty stuff, that's for sure. We have Zunabovic up to 16th position in the Bentley, so we'll see if he can get himself inside the top 15. George Boothby, he's got himself a fair bit of slipstream front and back. Oh, Whitehead's just gone quicker. Yeah, there we go. The fastest lap is going to tumble and tumble and tumble, and it was with George Boothby. It is currently with Luke Whitehead, 1:29.7, so within half a second of the quali time. Whitehead in my beloved Ferrari, not so great with the rear view mirror, but does give you a good view of the battle for the lead of the race. He started in 3rd, it's Minar ahead of him. That took that spot. He's now got Minar, he's got his teammate ahead of him now, challenging for the race. His championship leader Amadeo Castorino. Is he as calm as a coma at the minute? Is he enjoying being the hunted? He is certainly being hunted, as we can see. Gaskell giving the lights a flash, trying to distract him in any way, shape or form that he can. Absolute knife edge. Oh, and he manages to get close there. He really is bringing that pack with him as well, which you absolutely love to see. There's a bit of a breakaway there. Car number 12, so Michael Frayne 15th. That little pack there, no sorry, down to 21st. Yeah, they're all still very close. Van Rossen down in 21st. Maybe the leader of that little pack, Jagerman, sorry. So yeah, a little bit of a group just dropping off the main group. Up at the front, but certainly no drop off from the drivers battling for the lead of the race. Whitehead in 4th position. Really liberal use of the track limits there. That is one that the drivers will abuse over and over again. I need to work on getting the penalties on this as well, actually. But yeah, 1:29.7 for Whitehead, who we're watching behind us. We're on board with Philip Minar, currently running in third. He's got Gaskell and Castorino dueling out for the lead of the race. Gaskell certainly showing more pace into the braking zone, but it is just at the last minute and into the braking zone he manages to catch up and really almost getting alongside, but just too little too late. Castorino, good opening, good solid opening 5 laps. He took pole position, and again there you go, you can see, yeah, just not quite getting close enough. Castorino will be enjoying that view, that is for sure. Whitehead still got a good pace. Wow, 12 and 13. Those cars massively bottom out. Delphant. Now 8/10's down. Boothby is still all over the back of O'Sullivan. These two now, I'm just going to quickly check. Yeah, so O'Sullivan third in the championship. Boothby at the minute down in 19th actually. Oh yeah, because there's a couple of races he's not racing, but there is a few drop rounds to be calculated, but I do think that is, yeah, Boothby's, there's been 4 he's not racing now, so I'm sure he will be here. This could be a late charge for the win. O'Sullivan looking for, well, yeah, he's top 3 at the minute by 38 points. It is so close, as close as it is between these top drivers and Minar. Now top 3, oh wow, my apologies, that is an in-game audio glitch. That almost shotgun-esque sound effect. Apologies if anyone does have headphones on and have that turned up a bit. That does come through rather loud. But again, I know they say never complain or explain, but that, yeah, something that unfortunately does come through in the audio now and again. But yeah, we will crack on. Now that the ringing has stopped in my ears, we've got Castorino still leading the way. Minar now still very close to Gaskell. We've got Boothby coming out of the last corner as well. Firmly tucked in that slipstream. Rodriguez in that ninth position, holding on well with Walsingham. Looking to move further up the order if he can. Wassner is behind him. Wassner, where he started in 11th, I'm sure he'll be keen to follow Walsingham through a few spots if he can. Coots in 12th, looking to retake those spots. Paduano down 2 as well. Zunabovic showing some more good pace in the race, so he's taken a few positions at the start. He's now up another one. So he has got the Bentley past Felder as well. Felder is up 5 himself, so not too shabby. Amundsen down 1 with Piccolo and Mahoney up a spot each. Scorsi has made back a couple of positions, so on the way back up, only 7 places down now. Michael Frey is down 7, so been a bit of an incident for Michael. Ooh, and that's a fair bit of damage for the Porsche as well. Let's see. So here is Frey. Oh, now I believe this is, oh yeah, the back just goes, the car just wiggles, doesn't even get to the killer curve. Ouch. That is not the place you want to be. As a driver that's been in similar positions there, that is kind of the ouch reaction, because you're just thinking to yourself, please, A, can I not make contact with anyone else, and then B, can I minimise the spin. Did unfortunately contact someone else there, but still out and running. We're waiting for the pit window to open, so that's an unfortunate one for Frey, down 7 and carrying damage, so could lose another couple of positions. Silverio with a late lunge in. Wally up a spot as well in the race, up into 25th. We're going to have to mandatorily, I think, get back to the race lead, where Sam Gaskell is still firmly throwing his hat in the ring to be race leader for at least a few laps if he can. Castorino seems fairly keen to keep that hat firmly out of the ring. Gaskell and Castorino now about 7 tenths, 8 tenths ahead of Mina, so yeah, it seems crazy to say, but the gap is stretching out ever so slightly, as you can see there visibly. Yeah, Luke Whitehead putting the pressure still low on Mina. He's still got the fastest lap of the race under his belt. Boothby had it temporarily as well. He's still trying to find his way past O'Sullivan, Van Rossum and Piccolo. Both have an incidents down in 19th and 20th position respectively. As we can see there, exclamations. I think they've picked up penalties. That's 3 tenths between the two of them. In fact, let's see. So that's out of the last corner, and that is very close indeed into turn number 1. Piccolo. And that's, yeah, again, a bit of a liberal use of the track limits, for the drivers do like to push their luck. Oh, and he's run deep. He has run very deep indeed, and Van Rossen's going to find himself behind the McLaren, surely. Yet Piccolo almost got the car length in front, and wow, he's absolutely gone for a full send on the exit, and he's made that stick in the Ferrari. That is some mid-corner control there for the Ferrari. That was an absolute full send, and he made it stick absolutely stunningly well. And he holds on to the position for the moment. Back up at the sharper end of the grid is Eric Delfant, now piling the pressure on Whitehead. Same amount of pressure that Gasco applied to those curbs through turns 12 and 13, and to Castorino still. Delfant and Whitehead looking to catch up to Mina. We've got Jonathan Riley as well. Now he is in a bit of a battle himself with Boothby. Boothby now is second down on O'Sullivan, so the early exchange is going the way of O'Sullivan for sure, and he is now breaking away as we head towards the pit stop phase. The tyres will be well in the window. The drivers need to be as careful as possible. This track is definitely up there for ease of track limit warnings, and those trips into the pits you absolutely do not want. Frey has just come into the pits. So Michael Frey has just come into the pits. I'll see if that is a drive-through again. My penalty is not coming through on here. Still absolutely nip and tuck after. That's now 10 laps we've already done. Walsingham back into the top 10. We've got Riley, who is still close. That's the one I was looking for. And Delfant as well. Gaskell and Castorino now separated by 7 tenths of a second. So just getting outside of that slipstream range. So the top 4 almost a bit spread out. It does make you wonder, are the tyre saving, trying to stay? Oh, O'Sullivan and Boothby looking very close indeed to Delfant. See O'Sullivan with a big yellow flag. He is now behind Boothby. Shea O'Sullivan is back behind Boothby. As O'Sullivan, let's just have a look and see what's happened there. So yeah, so O'Sullivan is ahead. Just kind of guesstimating what's going on here, but yeah, so through the right-hander, he's still ahead of Boothby. Oh, right out on those curbs, I tell you what, that's a brave turning, and that is where it's all gone wrong. It's turn 11, so the killer curbs that I was predicting, I was one corner too late so far. That has taken another scalp, and it's a scalp of championship protagonist Shea O'Sullivan. He is back behind Boothby, and has now got Riley absolutely all over the back of him. So Boothby back to where he started, O'Sullivan where he started, and Riley where he started in the race, along with Rodriguez, who's been invited back into this one as well. as he is now less than half a second behind. Delphant all over the back, firmly all over the back still, of Luke Whitehead, who still holds the moniker of fastest lap in the race. The only driver to do a 29.7, no one else has done a 29.8. We've got a few drivers on the 29.9s. That does include Rodriguez that we're on board with now. Shea O'Sullivan, interestingly, with the slowest, fastest lap of the top 10. Everyone else in the top 10 has done a 29.9 or better. O'Sullivan's quickest so far at 130.1, so yeah, level of consistency absolutely shining through there. Eric Delphant still, again, it's not like a broken down record, he's all over the back of Luke Whitehead. The Ferrari and the Honda having themselves a firm race. Both cars interesting trademarks for a course like this. Whitehead down the spot, so too Delphant. It's Minar ahead of them that's taking a spot each. He's running himself in third place at the moment. We're 40 minutes in, so the pit window is going to be opening soon. Delphant, Coots as well, 12th place, all over the back of Walsingham. We're still closing in on Wassner. Oh, Walsingham in 11th, so he's down the spot. Wassner got past him. Wassner has gotten past. Nothing on the incident board, but oh, there we go. Wassner is past Walsingham. So he is up to 10th. Walsingham now 11th, with Coots breezing down his neck. Piccolo, after a couple of incidents himself, he's now looking to press Amundsen, sorry, Scorsia. I need to find my glasses once again. I'll have to look at. We've got Waterman, who is a bit down on Lindblom, but Corsia, there we go, pit window open. Corsia down 6, so he's made back more spots, and it looks like he's trying to make back another position here as well. So 6th place there, Hagerman up 8 spots, Zubonovic up 8 as well. Pit window is now open, as we have just heard, so we'll see who does what and when before we get a second stint out of the drivers. Round number 10 is almost done. We've got 19 minutes of pit window left in the CaseKing.de Pro Series here at Low Fuel Motorsport. Welcome again to everyone in the chat. Hopefully you're enjoying the racing action. There's another race, endurance race over on the German channel as well. And of course, welcome in to everyone on YouTube. I will need to get that chat open too. It is 27 drivers that we've got, so a couple of disconnects, unfortunately. Boothby finds himself up. We've got Wassner. Delphant's come into the pits. That is what I was looking for, and it is Delphant has come into the pits. So first driver in the top 5 to come in. Going for the undercut, Amundsen and Coots in. They join Delphant. Hartfeld is in as well. That's dropped into the back of the field. 1 second between 1 second. Goodness me. 1 second separate the top 2 and second and third, with Luke Whitehead in 4th place. Boothby now up to 5th. Jonathan Riley looking to take advantage of that mistake from O'Sullivan a few laps ago and get himself up to 6th position potentially before the pits. There is Delphant coming back out of the pits. That is an early pit stop. We can see on the track map then he's going to be slightly disadvantaged along the longer straight with no cars giving him a little bit of tow here and there, but he's out on fresh rubber on a very clear track. So we'll see what the rest of the field do, and it looks like they've all stayed out. No one else inside the top 10 coming in. So at the minute, that is definitely an earlier call for Delphant. Amundsen on his way out, Kuntz is on his way out as well, with the vast majority of the field staying out at the minute. Amundsen, and we're down to 26 in fact. Let's stay on board with the race leader. Give me a moment, just need to take a very quick technical break. Oh, just a slight audio issue on my end. We are now back up and running. It doesn't look like anyone else has come into the pits. Castellino and Gaskell still at that 1 second mark between them. Minard now go 1.5 seconds down. Luke Whitehead and George Boothby still 4th and 5th, with O'Sullivan in 6th place. Of course, Delphant's pit looking very early at the minute. He is a lap down effectively on the rest of the field. He does have that clear track though, as he now looks to navigate his way onto the lead lap. But still Whitehead with the fastest lap, tucked away there in 4th position. Got a bit of a gap back to Minard, but he does have the ever closing attentions of Boothby, with O'Sullivan looking to right the wrong through Hueros and get himself back into the top 5. Peduano is where I'm looking for. He's looking to get inside the top 10. Walsingham was in there, Wasner got past him. Pit stops now, he's back up to 10th, with Peduano though in the McLaren. The two British manufacturers absolutely going in it out of Campos. Peduano is definitely clocking a bit faster at the minute. Could be an interesting overtake coming. 1:30.3, almost looks like that lap time's gone up. I may be reading that incorrectly. Yeah, we'll see what happens between these two. Still no one flinching, still no one else flinching, certainly up inside the top 10. Gaskell has stayed out. Boothby closing up handily on Whitehead at the minute, and he really is on the back of him. We're 27 minutes into the race. We're already 7 minutes in to the pit window, so the driver's got 13 minutes left. The track has stayed exactly the same. There is a bit of wind, 5 kilometres an hour, but the track temperature has stayed exactly the same, 28 degrees, same as the air temp. So it won't be overly much tyre wear, certainly no graining or blistering, obviously. Could more likely to be graining. There is Shield Sullivan coming in to the pits. There we go, yep, got a quick shot of him coming in, so that's another driver from the top 10 coming in. Zunabovic making positions there. Someone else, Van Rossum, comes in. Walsingham coming in as well. The Aston Martin driver looking to get his tyre swap done, just coming on to the halfway mark of the race, so it's going to be all change through the midfield for positions. Wasner and Rodriguez are going at it then. Rodriguez finds himself absolutely out of sorts, and Sasha Wasner all over the back of him. Wasner And Rodriguez swapping positions once again. Let's get a helicam on this. And it is the Bentley that is once again behind Rodriguez. It says he's had an accident. Let's jump onto the replay. And see what we see. So it's a long start finish straight for the two of them. Oh, he's gone for the outside line. That's so much pace that he's carried there. The slipstream certainly working in his favour. He's gone right out on the track line. There's a bit of door banging out of turn number 1. At the turn number 2, the Bentley is absolutely side by side. Doesn't quite show the rest of the overtake, but what we can show is drivers from the top 3 coming into the pit. It's Philip Minard. 31 minutes left of the race. He comes in. Riley, Boothby, Whitehead, Gaskell and Castorino have all stayed out. Eric Delfant was in the top 6 when he came in to the pits. So we'll see how close he gets. Gaskell's gotten very close to Castorino again. Back down to 4/10 of a second is Boothby. Also 4/10 of a second down still on Luke Whitehead. But we'll keep an eye, of course, on the battle for the lead of the race. We're on the rear spoiler of Amadeo Castorino. Championship leader took pole position, and as we reach and breach the halfway mark of the race, he has led for the entirety of it, and for the vast majority of that opening stint, or opening half of the race. Sam Gaskell has been well within half a second. And as we reach the halfway mark of the pit window, 10 minutes of that left to go, and back to within 4/10 through Herrero's the go, out of turn 13 into the final corner. Will we see either of them coming into the pits now that we're after the halfway mark? And it is Gaskell. Gaskell comes in as Castorino stays out. What is Whitehead going to do? He dives into the pits as well. Boothby stays out. Boothby is staying out with Riley coming in as well. So Riley's come in. So too is Wasner. Paduano coming in. Zunabovic stays out once again. It's Amadeo Castorino. Now got himself the biggest gap he's had all race. 7.7 seconds back to Boothby for him. As we can see, a plethora of cars making their way in. Tony Mahoney comes in with Piccolo in as well. Hagerman comes in as well. He was up to 12th position. Lindblom finds his way up the charts as well, with all the pit stops coming in, up to 4th position at the minute. We'll see if Castorino answers straight away. He's handled the opening stint of the race like an absolute champion-elect, as you would expect. 2 races to go after this one, Paul Ricard and Bathurst. We've got a lot of cars now in and out. Sam Gaskell is back out, still ahead of Minard. Delfant in 9th position then, still ahead of Luke Whitehead. Yep, that's exactly the way it was before he came in. Yep, so Sullivan is still ahead of Waston, I believe. Riley between still O'Sullivan and Whitehead, so it looks like they're all coming in and out in running order. No one serving any drive-throughs for track limits as yet, and that's not an attempted curse to the commentator. It's Valencia. The chances are very high, as we can see positions being changed there. It is Sasha Wasner in the LFM Bentley eSports car. Through turns 8, 9 and 10 there, getting very close with Renault Coutts and Will Paduano then, both those drivers coming out of the pits. Boothby comes in. He was on track leader when he did, and Castorino, so they switched in the pits by virtue of their pits box, but the race leader Castorino has come in, so too Sunabovic. Castorino has been released. Absolutely bang on exit there, as you would expect. Castorino comes out of the pits. Let's see where Sam Gaskell is. We'll get a look at the gap any second now. 8/10 of a second. In fact, to tell the gap, I should have just jumped on these. There we go. Live weight on it coming up on the board as Boothby and Whitehead will continue their battle, looking to chase down Eric's Delphant still. So he's made back one spot, so Delphant is back up a position. Whitehead in 6th, Boothby in 7th, Riley in 8th, and Shale Sullivan running in 9th, so down 2 spots. Riley back where he started. And in fact, that is going to change in a second, because Silvero is still running as the race leader with his pit stop still to take. I thought it was just taking a second to catch up. Aiden Walsingham swapping positions. He's in 13th at the minute. I think he is going to be ahead of Silvero. Will Gaskell be ahead of Castorino at any point in this race? We've got 26 minutes left for Gaskell to work his magic if he can. We've got 26 minutes left for Amadeo Castorino to extend that slim championship lead going into Paul Ricard. And then the mountain that bites back. It's a Bathurst finale. Given how close to qualifying has been all season, it's going to be, I know I've often said that qualifying is vanity and finishing position is sanity, but I think at Bathurst qualifying is going to be ultra competitive. Given how difficult it is to overtake, it's all going to be about the Conrod Straight. Who can keep their car on the absolute ragged edge. The driver's doing a good job doing so at the minute there. Wassner with a yellow flag. Oh, and he's losing positions then. Rodriguez as well. They're going side by side. That's Walsingham, in fact. Looking to go round the outside. The Bentley of Wassner dropping a couple of spots and almost losing another one there. Fends off the advances of Walsingham. Let's have a look at a replay. So here is Wassner then. Oh, tries to take the long way around the outside of the Audi. Doesn't go well at all. He really loses momentum there, and it is the Veloci car that does indeed benefit. Fools end up the inside there for Rodriguez to take the position, and he very almost, as we saw, lost the position of Walsingham as well. Does manage to hold on to it. Castorino still holding on to the lead of the race, but we're 22 laps and 1 pit stop each in. We are 36 minutes under our belts, and these two are still only separated by 0.2 of a second into turn number 1. There is Silverio making his way into the pits. He is the last driver. Oh, and he's going for it around the outside of turn number 2. Gaskell's done enough of it being in second place, and he's not quite going to be able to make that one stick as I've hit the wrong button, and we get a better shot of that there, but he is very, very quick indeed. And I tell you what, turn 2 almost getting the job done. He's got his teammate Philip Minar not too far behind him. Right out again. Really do get right out on those curves. There's absolutely no fear whatsoever. Gaskell for 255. It's a very good looking bonnet cam, it has to be said. Through turn number 8. So yeah, through turn 2, very close indeed. He's absolutely going for it. Philip Minar going for it as well. He clocks a 1 minute 29.757. And he is closing in on the top 2. We've got a great battle between Paduano, Walsingham and Rodriguez and Wassner for 10th position. We should probably keep a bit of an eye on that one as well, as the 4 cars go absolutely thundering past, and they're bringing Zunabovic into contention here as well. He's already up 8 places on where he started, and the 4 drivers ahead don't sort themselves out in a timely fashion. Wouldn't bet against Zunabovic making up some more spots. We've got to keep an eye though on the battle for the lead, because it is now very much involving Philip Minar. He is well within a second. Gaskell and Castorino are going to be feeling the pressure absolutely there. We go down to 0.3 of a second. Boothby still all over the back of Whitehead. Whitehead down 2 spots. Boothby back where he started, and Delphant running where he started as well. With Minar up those 2 positions that Whitehead has lost effectively. So absolutely solid battle for championship points going on at the minute. We've got Amundsen and Scorsia. Scorsia unable to recover from that early incident, finds himself down at the back of a 26 car grid, an 11th place drop on where he started. He will still pick up championship points, and there is a few drivers for the drop rounds for the drivers. Let's get that one the right way around at least. So yeah, you can maybe use that as a recovery. Paul Ricardo is going to be all kinds of fun along that start-finish straight. I am very much looking forward to that one, it has to be said. Aizen Walsingham 12th place then at the minute, so he is down. He's up 2 positions on where he started, but down 2 on where he has been. Minar still applying the pressure. Let's see, we've got a good rear view mirror. So we'll gratuitously jump on board with Sam Gaskell. 255 competition of a very good showing this evening. 2 on the podium with Minar's launch up the field. 1 minute 29.7, so he's still got the fastest lap of the race as well, which is not too bad at all. We've got 20 minutes left of the race to go to decide round number 10 of the CaseKing.de Pro Series here at LFM. And it is still absolutely anyone's race. Castorino has put up an absolutely staunch defence in his openings. Then Gaskell has put up a fairly staunch offence as well. When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, I think definitely an analogy. You could use that here as well. Whitehead and Boothby. It's going to take quite the move if Boothby can get it past Whitehead here for 5th position. And that is the pit window closed, with Sasha Wassner making up a spot. Coots has lost the position there. So Coots in the Audi. Tell you what, let's be brave and just go for that. So there's Coots in the Audi. Let's keep an eye on Wassner then. Aerial cam. So there's Wassner behind in the Bentley. We'll get a good look here at what's going on. And it probably is going to be through turn 12 again. Ooh, big bouncer on the curb. He really was bravely over on the left, but that didn't seem like a big incident. The Bentley very good on the brakes, so the Audi maybe just a bit late on the brakes there. No, the Bentley, well, there we go. My apologies, I thought we could maybe catch the overtake there, but not to be. But Wassner back up to 9th position. Gaskell still up to half a second behind Philip Mina, actually now down to 1.2 seconds. So he has dropped off after getting very close indeed, leaving these two to duel it out for the top spot for the moment. Certainly not counting out any of the drivers at the minute. Rodriguez and Coots, they're still battling away as well. Mahoney catching up to Van Rossum as well for 16th position. Mahoney up 3, so good show from him. Hagerman now up 9 positions in the BMW for Carbon Motorsports. So maybe get his car checked for too much carbon fibre, maybe a bit too light. But yeah, flying through the race at 9 positions gain. Zunabovic still up 8, my apologies. With Paduano the next target on his list, and there's quite a few cars you can see. Paduano, Walsingham, Rodriguez, Coots, Wassner and O'Sullivan, the next car up the road for them. So yeah, it is Wassner who is currently leading this little group of 5. Zunabovic could still be on for quite a few more spots. Will we see a change of lead? Or is it going to be another Castorino masterclass? And just another marker as to why he's got a 306 point lead in the championship currently. Of course, there is a couple of drop rounds to be added at the end, so I might need to get myself a little magic spreadsheet to work out what's different variations. Yes, that's a little project for next time out, which will of course be Paul Ricard. So yeah, we'll definitely get that shared with whoever's on. We've got Walsingham. Ooh, he got very close there. In fact, he is getting very close, and is being closed in on as well. O'Sullivan. Has O'Sullivan just gone past him? In fact, oh no, sorry, O'Sullivan. It's Riley behind him. Wow, through turn 12. That just mystifies me. Lap after lap, how close to get. Paduano is the car behind there. Where is Riley? Oh, he's in 7th place. Sorry, I'm looking in completely the wrong position there. There's Riley there in 7th. He's trying to close up on the battle between Whitehead and Boothby. And Boothby has gotten past. So that is an overtake that I have missed. Boothby has gone past Whitehead, so that's Whitehead down from 3rd to 6th place, and Boothby up to 5th position. That must have been quite a battle. My apologies for missing that one. Well, can you really apologise? There's so much going on. We just have to keep cracking on and looking for as many of the overtakes that we can. And Rodriguez still looking for one on Coots with Zunabovic. And Paduano looking for one on Walsingham. Mahoney getting ever closer to Van Rossum as well, and Wilhelm's not done with his charge up the field either. He's got Kroik ahead of him. Kroik up 7 spots himself with Wilhelm's up 4. Oh, and that is the two of them going absolutely side by side there, and Wilhelm is now up that position. Kroik now in 23rd place, so yeah, position still changing hands right through the field. Paduano still at the back of this little group of cars. Zunabovic ever lurking in the background in the rear view mirrors. He'll just be that last flash of headlights when the drivers exit a corner. Castorino now with a 1 second gap, the biggest gap he's had since making his way out from the mandatory pit stop. And I'm sure that will be a more than welcome sight for the Nissan driver. The championship leader now leading the 255 teammates, Gaskell and Minar. Of course, Gaskell in 2nd in the championship, Minar in 5th place. So either way, definitely a good result for Minar, gaining positions on the drivers around him, especially with Shiel Sullivan looking at 9th place at the moment. O'Sullivan just looking to O'Reilly, yeah, 2.3 seconds down there. Rodriguez, let's keep an eye on some attempted overtakes also on board with Rodriguez. In fact, he is directly behind Coots. This is what I'm looking for. Still at 20 degree. Oh, he's getting very close there indeed. That is going to open up opportunities for Walsingham. That is for absolutely sure. Although Walsingham will be acutely aware of how close Paduano is. I do say it a lot, it's the 3rd or 4th car in the train. Oh, and that is not the best positioning for Coots on the exit. The Audi massively reacted to the curb where it was into turn 14, the final corner. It could be a 2-position drop then, as we can see. There is Rodriguez back ahead, and here comes Walsingham in the Aston Martin. It's a whole lot of slipstream for Walsingham, who's bringing Paduano along with him as well. I'm sure you can hear. Oh, and he's getting back round the outside, so he's used the slingshot out with the last corner. He's studied that very well indeed. Is it going to be steady enough to stop Aidan Walsingham going for an overtake into turn number 2? And it is not. Here he goes then. Walsingham had absolutely no choice but to go for the overtake. Seen that coming a corner or two ago, and he's absolutely got it done. He's going to be round the outside of turn number 4. Oh, there's a big contact in the background there. That is the Bentley bouncing off the McLaren. The Bentley of Zunabovic, who was coming right back into things. All of these two are still going side by side, so let's keep an eye on turn 6 and 7. It is Walsingham. He has got his way through, but here comes Paduano. Paduano looking to be the 3rd man in this little equation here now, and he is trying to get his way past. As he can see, the Audi going back for the position again. He's nibbler through the corner. The Aston is going to have the grunt, or doesn't have the grunt through the straight line. No, it doesn't, because the Audi's got back in front. How long for, though? All the grip in the world is going to be required. 12 minutes left to go. on some reasonably fresh tyres, and it is Rene Coutts who retakes the position as Paduano can't take advantage of what's going on ahead of him for the moment. He's got 12 minutes left though to maybe pull off a smooth operator double overtake as we're on the rear spoiler of the Audi. Incredible battle between the two of them. Absolutely pitch black out on track, as you can see, as we are 10 minutes away. In fact, sorry, we're 23 minutes past the witching hour here in Spain. Definitely a headlights scenario. Through turn 2 this time, the Aston Martin not quite close enough, but Paduano certainly keeping Aidan Walsingham extremely honest for the moment. So too is Sam Gaskell, although Castorino is now absolutely pulling away. Gaskell has done the fastest lap. Gaskell has done a 1 minute 29.715. Castorino's done a 29.782. Minar 757. So Minar's still the second quickest driver out on track, but there is 300 separating the top three's fastest laps at the minute. Boothby looking to get into the 29.8s. He's 4th place at the minute with Delphant currently running in 5th place, down 1. Luke Whitehead down 3. In 6th, Riley up 1 ahead of O'Sullivan in 8th place. Wassner in 9th position with Rodriguez rounding out the top 10. Then it is Rene Coutts who is still entrenched in the battle with Aidan Walsingham 11th and 12th, Paduano in 13th with Zunabovic in 14th position still. Rene Felder in 15th with Van Rossum in 16th, Mahoney in 17th, Lindblom in 18th, Hagerman in 19th, and Piccolo currently rounding out the top 20. We've got Waterman running in 21st, up 4 place with Kroik up 7 as well, so big gains down the field. Hagerman up 9. Wilhelms in 23rd, Silverio in 24th with Amundsen in 25th, and Escorcia down 11 at the back of the field in 26th place. Mahoney looks like the closest to a battle at the minute. Sorry, a bit of a persistent tickle in the throat. Let's see, Piccolo. Ooh, now he is all over the back of the BMW at the minute. That's Hagerman up 9. It looks like that might be 1 less. That's not the camera we want. That's the camera we want. Through turn 7. Piccolo looking to retake some positions if he can. Silverio looking for more spots. As we've seen, Wilhelm's next on his list. Gaskell and Castorino up at the front now, separated by over a second. 2 seconds in fact. So Castorino with 10 minutes left to go just needs to bring this one home, and the gap up to now 2.1. Can't see. Ooh, now. So it says this is an accident here, in fact. So this is Sam Gaskell. Was there a bit of contact here? Did he just run wide? This isn't the turn number 2. This is just after they were out of the pits. Tries to go round at the outside. It doesn't look like an accident there. Apologies, I'm not sure why that popped up as a yellow flag. But whatever it was, Sam Gaskell is still in 2nd place. Wilhelms is still dueling away with Silverio, and they're bringing Amundsen into this one, although that's a blue flag. As Mahoney is still closing on Van Rossum, and Piccolo still closing on Hagerman, who'll be keen to hold on to the positions that he's taken. At the minute, the closest battle that we've got on track is between Luke Whitehead and Eric Delphant in the Honda. Ferrari versus Honda with 7 minutes left to go at the minute. Whitehead with the quicker average fastest lap. Although that might be a bit close to those track limits. I haven't seen any drive-throughs so far, so it's certainly put me in my place as far as me guesstimating that we would see some. We know the drivers have been on their absolute finest behaviour. Let's see if this Piccolo battle has evolved any. They are still close in time, the McLaren and the BMW. Let's see what they do out of the last corner with less than 7 minutes left to go of round number 10 of the CaseKing.de Pro Series. An incredible calendar so far. We've still got Paul Ricard and Bathurst to come to decide the €5,000 prize pool for the top 3 drivers in the championship. Castorino, I would say, has got himself at least one hand on a top 3 spot overall, given that he is leading the championship into this race and will be leading, if all things stay the same, to the checkered flag. Another win and another fastest lap for the driver. This would be his 5th win of the series, so it's safe to say, without sounding completely no bias, it is absolutely safe to say that when you're finishing round 10 and you've got 5 race wins, it's a well-deserved championship lead. At the minute, the BMW leading the McLaren a merry dance through turns 11 and 12. Aidan Walsingham looking to charge his way back towards top 10 honours. He's got the Audi of Rennie Coates ever closer to him, and in fact is closing back up. The two of them had quite the battle, with the Audi coming out on top after almost a full lap. Gaskell P3 and it's over. Huh? Oh, you cheering for Minar? Gaskell at the minute. Where is he? Yeah, he's P2 in the championship as well. So he's done as much as he can. He really could have done with the race win. But of course, coming second to the guy leading it is as much as you can do. He's having an absolutely incredible race and incredible season to be in second. Minar in third, Boothby still in fourth. Whitehead second behind. Walsingham and Coote still 4/10 separating them. Piccolo and Heigerman. Let's get back on this one because that looks extremely close, and it is indeed. He's absolutely going for it through turns 4 and 5 there. Out with turn number 6, the McLaren ever peeking its nose out there. He's going for a late one round it outside. He's trying to carry all of that momentum if he can. The BMW leaving more than enough room. The McLaren didn't quite get close enough, but he's certainly pulling the pace. The BMW showing him where he wants him to go. He's going to keep himself on the racing line and make the McLaren work for it. That is for absolutely sure. Not able to make it stick quite yet. Can Walsingham make it stick on Coots, or are they just going to invite Paduano straight into it? Now, where is he at the minute? Sorry, that's Walsingham. There is Paduano. Boothby is 4th. Yes, indeed he is. Running 4th at the minute. So yeah, good result. He's up 2 positions, which is quite the gain in this field. That is for absolutely sure. Paduano looking for a 2-position gain if he can. Yep, back on that, perfect. So we will see what he can do in the closing stages. Gaskell still chasing Castorino. Castorino's Nissan being chased by 3 Mustangs at the minute. Luke Whitehead, the Ferrari, hunting down the Honda. And there's the difference between the two of them. 3 minutes left to go, so only a couple of laps left to get the final championship points collected in from Valencia. Castorino really stretched these legs out there at the front. Gaskell no way past in the first stint, couldn't get it done through the pit stop, and no, couldn't get it done in stint number 2. Castorino just absolutely beyond impeccable once again. Walsingham and Paduano, they are definitely going for it. Paduano's been invited into this one, and he is not shying away from the battle. If these two are going to keep holding one another up. Then Paduano happy to sneak in 2 spots here. Could get him up to 11th position with 2 minutes left to go. He's certainly got enough time to size up and see where these 2 drivers are potentially going side by side. Look to... Oh, and Hagerman has been overtaken. Piccolo has finally got the move done, or has he, as they go side by side through turn number 3, and it looks like Piccolo is back behind the BMW, and up he's got the inside line. The Beamer has been so respectful so far, it is continuing on once again. He's out on the outside line. He knew the McLaren had the pace on him there, and that is a very nice move by Piccolo. Now we turn 6 we go, and he is patiently gone about his business and got that one done. Let's see what Walsingham can do with 1.5 minutes left to go. Whitehead now 1.3 down on Delphine, so it does look like Delphine is going to hang on to 5th position. Really looking forward to seeing the standings after the race. The top 2 will stay the same. O'Sullivan is currently in 3rd with Walsingham in 4th. They're going to be finished a few positions down on Minar though. Minar could find himself up quite a few spots as well. Castellino P4 drop round. Castellino's first round probably is something crazy like a 4th. Just so much pace and consistency. 50 seconds to go. Gaskell still in 2nd. Minar 2.3 down. Boothby settling into 4th place. O'Sullivan down on where he started. One minor mistake. That's all it takes in this field. Wassner will be happy, up 2 spots into the top 10. Walsingham making up 2 spots as well. Not quite breaching. He was in the top 10 as well. Couldn't quite hold on to it though. Zunobovic in 14th, up 8 with Felder up 6 as well. And there is confirmation that the leader is on the final lap. It has been another flawless victory for Amedeo Castorino. He has taken the Holy Trinity once again. Pole position in qualifying. He doesn't have the fastest lap of the race. My apologies, Sam Gaskell. It is Sam that's got the fastest lap of the race, but Castorino bringing home that all-important race win, just over 300 points ahead of Gaskell coming into the race, and he is going to extend that gap going into the penultimate round. 39 flawless laps. Gaskell and Minar can certainly hold their heads more than high, especially Minar up those 2 spots. His 255 teammate Boothby up 2 spots as well. Delphine down 1 and Luque down 3. So Minar can certainly enjoy that podium, considering who he's gotten past. But it is Amedeo Castorino through turns 11 and 12, through Herreros for the final time of asking. Yep, I'm absolutely mesmerised by that corner, if you hadn't guessed. But out of the final corner, it will be Amedeo Castorino again. Round the 5th race win of the series. He will extend his championship lead going into the penultimate round. Congratulations, Amedeo. Sam Gaskell put up a valiant effort to get the race win. Couldn't quite bring it home though, with Castorino staunch defending. Minar will finish in 3rd with George Boothby finishing in 4th place. Delphant holding on to 5th with Whitehead in 6th, Riley in 7th, and O'Sullivan in 8th place. Sasha Wasner in 9th with David Rodriguez rounding out the top 10. Coots did fend off Walsingham for 11th. Paduano finishing in 13th behind Walsingham. Mazuna Bovic up 8 spots into 14th place. Rennie Felder in 15th. Van Rossum in 16th. Tony Mahoney and Lindblom 17th and 18th, with Hagerman up 9 spots to finish in 19th position. Waterman and Kroik in 20th and 21st. Silverio with a good race as well, up 4. Amundsen in 23rd with Wilhelms, and Piccolo finishing 24th and 25th. And Escorcia down quite a few positions, unfortunately, 11 spots, but still bringing the car home in 26th position. And that was round number 10, and another absolutely incredible round it was. Let me very quickly grab that. Yeah, congratulations to the top 3. We will be doing some interviews, and we will get the results up in a moment or two. Oh, no, have they worked? Not quite. Oops. Sorry, absolutely all over the place. Let's get that sorted out, shall we? And I meant to add that there. Yeah, so we'll bring up some highlights and have a look at the race winners, and we'll get them into the commentary box if I can get my audio sorted out. Oops. There we go. My apologies. We've got yes. We've got a yes. That made lots of sense. We're going to have the top 3 in for some interviews, and I'll bring up some race highlights as well. Let me just sort my audio software because it is apparently too fancy. There we go. So we will bring in, first of all, finishing in 3rd place for 255 competition, an absolutely incredible race in the Mustang, making up 2 spots and finding his way on to the podium, Mr. Philip Minar. Good evening, Philip.
Hello.
How was the race for you? Stint 1 especially, making up 2 spots at the start, an absolute dream start in this field.
Yeah, I mean, after quali, I screwed up sector 3 so bad on my run, and I had such a good sector 1 and 2, so I just couldn't, match the delta on my last run. So I just kind of conceded P5 and just focused on the race. I knew obviously the Ford had this insane straight line of Valencia for some reason, so I just kept that in mind. And at the start, I think I got a bit lucky with Dolfante's start. I think he was sleeping a bit because the Honda's really quick off the line. So I don't know how I jumped Dolfante, but I got it. And obviously, I think 3 laps later, I got Luke in the Ferrari. Obviously, the Ferrari is really slow on the straights here, so it's kind of a given. And then we just kept the tires clean. Try to preserve pace for just to be ready for undercut, overcut, whatever. We had a clean race, worked together well, but can't do anything about that Nissan drop off. So gotta take what we can.
Yeah, certainly in this field, because there is some incredibly frightening talent up at the sharp end of the grid. So making up 2 positions, I'm sure. Very happy. And the 255 team having a good night this evening. Had a firm grip on positions in the top 5. Of course, Sam finishing ahead of you. And it's going to be quite the scrap between the teammates in those standings, with you jumping ahead, I believe, or getting at least close to Walsingham and Sullivan. Gaskell ahead of you, and Boothby, with the drop rounds coming in, likely to come up. So a bit of inter-team rivalry coming to the closing of the season then, Philip, is there?
Yeah, it depends on the next round. I think I'm gonna prioritize Sam's championship because he can probably still win. I don't really know, to be honest, but we'll see. And like we raced at Nürburgring and Imola, like I've always said, the better driver. We don't have any team orders. Whoever's better wins, and so if I'm faster at Paul Ricard or whatever, I'll take it. There's no team orders, so it's kind of every man for himself in our team. The championship.
It's the way it should be. Just let the quick drivers all race amongst themselves, and strength breeds strength. Competition certainly breeds competition. We've got Bathurst for the final round, and Paul Ricard next. How are you feeling ahead of those 2 tracks in the Mustang?
I've milked Paul Ricard. especially in the Ferrari. I've driven so many laps on that track. For the Ford's really strong there as well. It's actually one of the tracks where the Ford barely gets into 6th gear. So that'll be fun. It's a cold race, so we'll probably be in 6th for that race, hopefully. But yeah, Ford should be strong if it's as cold as this race. Because Valencia is really hard on the tires, especially obviously the right hand side of the car. So Paul Ricard, I think will be more balanced with tire wear. And Bathurst, I'm not too sure, but I know the Ford is literally impossible to overtake if you have the right setup down the Conrad Straight. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Just gotta take the fight and do what we can. Yeah, just go with the wind.
Nice. Well, we are absolutely 100% looking forward to it. Sort of fumbling our way through the settings as well. Congratulations once again, Philip 255. The team certainly embracing the racing ethos, and 2 spots for yourself and a podium. So congratulations and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
There we go then. Philip Minar from 255. Bringing home 3rd place. Couldn't quite wrestle 2nd place from Sam Gaskell, who couldn't quite wrestle 1st place from Amadeo Castorino, but still a well-earned 2nd place. Congratulations, Sam. Great race tonight. How was it for you?
Thank you. It was definitely tiring. It was good though, but yeah, I mean, just tire wear in the end got me, and I couldn't keep up. But I mean, quali was really, really good, but there was definitely, there was a bit of time that I probably should have, put on the table, but it is what it is, and then just had to do what I could in the race.
Yeah, and it was quite the race. Talk to us. How was that up at the front? For a mere mortal like myself, I would have been absolutely panicking up at the front, but yourself and Amadeo, absolutely inseparable, and a couple of times you were almost getting side by side. How was that battle? How much do you enjoy that type of battle up at the front, Sam?
I do enjoy them quite a bit, especially when there's pressure on the line to, get points for a championship against your rival. But yeah, I mean, it was good. Definitely a lot of pressure, like pressure games. I mean, I was flashing him from time to time, trying to send dummy moves, and yeah, it's Amadeo. I don't think it'll work on him. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. And how was your pit strategy this evening? We saw Eric Delfant come in pretty much as soon as the pit window opened, which was particularly early compared to the rest of the field. Was your pit stop strategy influenced by what was going on around you, or did you manage to stick to plan this evening?
It definitely was. I mean, me and Philip were like thinking, I was more focused on Amadeo, but Philip was basically saying, like whenever time Luke pits or Delfante pits, try and calculate, see what lap times they're doing to judge when to pit, otherwise they're going to undercut and stuff like that. So I just wanted, at that point, I knew the gap was big enough between Delfante and me, so there wasn't a risk. So I was more focused on Amadeo, where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to extend this stint as much as I can. And because of that, I mean, he had more fuel than me in the first stint, so he was able to get that overcut. Therefore, in the second stint, he was able to pull away because that drop was a lot harsher for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, and how are you feeling ahead of the final 2 rounds? We've got Paul Ricard and we have Bathurst. Bathurst historically not the easiest to overtake, and that Nissan is fairly galloping on all cylinders ahead of the Mustangs at the moment. So how are you feeling going into the final round? Final 2 rounds, sorry.
Paul Ricard is a weird track for me. I've not got a lot of time there, but I do like the track, but I do also hate the track. But yeah, unlike Bathurst, that'll be, maybe a bit of a tricky one, but it's a learning lesson. And then Bathurst, like I said, I'm confident for that, and I think, last season I had really good pace, so fingers crossed I can bring that back and not screw up quali this time.
Nice, yeah. Well, we are absolutely looking forward to seeing how this one plays out, Sam. So close up at the top of the standings, and so close through all of the race this evening. 255 having a good showing though overall as a team, and individually, of course, you bringing home that second place. So congratulations once again, and can't wait to see what you do at Paul Ricard next week.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Yeah, there we go then. 255. Two drivers making their way on to the podium. But it was a podium that was led from start to finish by Amadeo Castorino. What a drive that was. Amadeo, congratulations on an incredibly hard fought and well deserved win.
Thank you.
It was, yeah, not the easiest of races, or was it the easiest of races? Certainly led from start to finish after an incredibly close qualifying once again. But how was that opening stint? I mean, Sam really was keeping pace with you all the way until the pit stops.
Yeah, I was very good that I made the pole position. I wasn't expecting that, but I closed a very good lap, like almost my PB from practice. Like especially sector 1 and 2 were very good. I lost a bit on the last sector, but yeah, I'm very proud of my quali lap, and I mean that was the key for winning the race here because it's very hard to overtake then. And yeah, I need to cover sometimes by some attack, but luckily I always had a bit of margin for defending, and I think I always defended when was necessary on the inside. So like also that side was pretty good, but yeah, the race was, yeah, it was kind of fun anyway because it was very intense. Like from the first lap to the end, maybe just the last 5-6 minutes of the race I could like relax a bit, but the rest of the race was super intense. You need to push all the race, don't do mistakes on track limits or going wide in corners because Sam was anyway always very near to take an advantage by one of my mistakes, or anyway was better to have like that's 4/10 of gap, so he couldn't try any overtaking move, so I was more easy on that. And yeah, also the most intense moment was when he tried the undercut. Like my in lap I was very focused to do it well, to do well the pit entry and pit exit, and luckily yeah, everything went right, so yeah, pretty happy about that because also I was thinking that was around where I was going to lose points and doing a damage limitation, but yeah, at the end was going to gain points in that round, so yeah, pretty happy.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm sure incredibly happy with that race. And as Samus, how much do you enjoy those super intense close battles? It's all because I mean you've got the championship lead on the line as well, and Valencia can certainly be an unforgiving track with the track limit. So yeah, how much do you enjoy and relish that type of battle, or would you rather there was a bit more distance during the race?
Yeah, it's quite enjoyable because it was the battle with my direct rival. So like if something happen, like if he do a mistake and he spawn you, he will get a penalty. So anyway, like both of us can't do mistakes. Like it's more like stressful if you are in that position, and in P2 you have someone that is not your direct rival for the championship. So then it becomes a bit more stressful. But when you are fighting directly with your rival, I think it's a bit easier because we both have a lot to gain and lose, so we are on the same situation.
Indeed, yeah, it was incredible to watch. Absolutely can't wait to watch this one back again. How are you feeling? The championship lead going into two tough tracks. It is Paul Ricard and then Bathurst. How was our championship leader feeling going into the final two rounds?
Yeah, good because I have a nice advantage, but yeah, still not over, so I need to do good results. And yeah, Mon Panorama, I like it. It's one of my favorite track. Paul Ricard, I don't like it much, but with the Nissan, it's a bit better for me. It's a bit easier to do that track. But yeah, I think Paul Ricard will be a bit more hard, but we'll see. Like I think there will be a lot of battles during the race because the state is very long, so I think a lot of things can happen on Paul Ricard, so let's see.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely anything can happen at Paul Ricard. Well, Amadeo, congratulations, a 5th win in the series, a well-deserved lead going into the final round of the CaseKing.de Pro Series. Congratulations on that 5th race win, and all the best going into the final two rounds. Can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, thank you. See you next week, hopefully. Bye.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Amadeo potentially back in the commentary booth, and we can have a quick look at the results, of course. Of the standings, sorry. Let me just quickly refresh this, so we can see Philip Minar has jumped up to 3rd place, now joins Gaskell in the top 3. Sheil Sullivan down a spot into 4th position, with Walsingham now down into 5th place. Delphant in 6th with Cabaniela up to 7th. Kirakis not racing tonight. Wassner in 9th, and Frey into the top 10. Boothby with a big jump from 19th to 12th position, one of the biggest movers there, and Whitehead as well, big moves there. That's his 5th race completed, 17th place. He finds himself in the standings, but of course it is all about what's going on at the top of the field, and that is another 300-point gap that Amadeo Castorino will take into the final 2 rounds of the championship. Spa, the Nürburgring, Kailami, Watkins, Glen, Suzuka, Imola, Mazzano, Silverstone and Zandvoort all now joined by Valencia in the history books. It is Paul Ricard with the drivers will next ply their trade as they battle out for that €5,000 prize pool for the top 3. And it will be an incredible 2 rounds of racing. Thank you to everyone that has joined in. We'll leave some more replay up on the screen. We'll probably do a raid any moment now. Chris will pop up. Thanks to the German channel for the raid. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Of course, huge thank you to the sponsors and the drivers as well. What an absolute show they put on in the pitch black of the beautiful Spanish Valencia. We're going to jump on a UCOG. There we go. Mr. George Boothby himself just jumped up to 12th in the championship. So do feel free to let him know. Make sure you refresh when you jump over as well. My name has been John Wright. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring you the action this evening, and looking forward to bringing you more as the season hurtles towards its inevitable end. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.
Paradise.